Hello everybody, it's me John aka Nosy and I'm back for a brand new Transformers review, and this is however my very first review of a pickup from tfnation 2025 from Toyfu nonetheless. So let's get straight on into this, and I'm today going to be talking about Targetmaster G1 Triggerhappy with Blowpipe. Let's get into this. Here he is then, in his very, very yellowed perfection. Yeah, this guy, I definitely need to see about some labels, some stickers or something for him. And also, unfortunately, he is broken. Apparently, I believe this is a common issue with this figure because this side is perfect. And I will show you just a demonstration. There's like a port there and a little clip. It's a very, very, very thin bit of plastic, and it's supposed to just tap into place and those guns don't go anywhere. But unfortunately on this side it has broken off. So yeah, it's one of those, unfortunately. It doesn't take away anything from the transforming experience, it's a little bit annoying. But yeah, just to give you a look-see then, let me take off Blowpipe first. And here he is. So yeah, he is very yellowed, but like I said, this tells me this is definitely an original G1 figure. Because if this was a reissue, yes, yellowing could still happen, but it wouldn't be as obvious. But he looks really, really cool. This is the first pickup of a G1 figure I've picked up for a long time. I've kind of like steered away from G1 a little bit and kind of been more or less looking more at the current lines and Beast Wars. I saw this guy and I picked him up off Toyfu at tfnation 2025. I picked him up and I was like, ooh, Triggerhappy. And he came with Blowpipe and I didn't think anything of it. It was priced up, get this, it was priced at £30. Now, I thought that was not a bad deal. I have no idea about this figure at all in how much it's worth or anything like that. At the time, my good friend Tony, son of SG1, he was stood right next to me. He was picking up a couple of things. He saw that I had him in my hand and he went, ooh. And he said, can I just have a look at that a second? And he went, get him right now. And I went, why? And he went, because Blowpipe alone is worth more than the figure at this point, because this thing gets lost a lot and so on. And but yeah, so I picked him up just mostly on impulse. But anyway, so away from that, but yeah, just give you a look-see then at how awesome this guy is. I just really like this guy. I want to get an updated version. I don't actually own any Triggerhappy. This is the first. Oh no, I used to have a Triggerhappy. I believe it was the line before Legacy. Was it Thrilling 30s or something was it called? I think there was a Triggerhappy released in that line, I believe. But I would like to pick up a newer Triggerhappy just to go alongside him. Really nice. Unfortunately, the yellowing, even though he is yellowed, and that is because these parts are originally supposed to be like a light grey. This blue, because it's a very dark, very, very dark blue. Then you've got more of like an aqua kind of aqua blue for the cockpit glass here. And then obviously if you look at the stickers are actually quite good. They're a little bit faded, but they're not too bad. So yeah, a little look-see at the bottom. Yeah, the thing is, what's good about this is the transfer. Otherwise, this is the problem. This is broken. But everything on it, the feet are still, the legs and everything are still quite, obviously that a little bit floppy there, but it actually transforms together. The ratchety, the legs, they've got like a ratchet on them. They're actually quite ratchety still. It transforms. It's still quite stiff in parts, which is quite rare for a figure of its age. Because I believe this was 87, I believe this was released. Targetmaster Triggerhappy, part of the Targetmaster range. And then Headmasters and such. But yeah, absolutely great. So let's get him transformed, and then to talk a bit more about Triggerhappy. So first things first, the wings on the side, you just flip like that, And then these guns will just rest on the sides, just very careful with this side, and then it just rest. And then the legs, first things first is the cockpit. First things first. So bring the cockpit, just break the cockpit, and it comes all the way like this, down, and it just rests into place. So that's now his chest. Then, lovely, oh, ratchetty. See what I mean about this? This is a bit annoying, but it's kind of a normal issue. See, it just flops. Then get the feet sorted. These feet are actually really stiff. I don't think this has been transformed that often because these are incredibly stiff. And then the last thing, spring-loaded head, pops straight up, so that still works very nicely, that mechanism. I like the overall design. I like the head sculpt's pretty cool. Got the red and yellow, orange visor, red face. Oh, I forgot to do the hands. So there's his hands out, so he's now properly transformed. So yeah, he is all complete, and he's all in his awesomeness. So articulation is very limited. Obviously, it's a G1 toy. The arms can just go up and down, kind of, you know, like that. Then these things are articulated as well, as for alt mode and that. And it's just, unfortunately, because of wear and tear, they're just flopping. And then for transformation, there's a slight knee bend in the legs, ever so slight, but that is literally because of transformation. And of course, the legs move a little bit back and forth on the ratchet joint. And that is pretty much it for articulation. He's a very standard figure. But yeah, it's just, that is a little bit annoying, but anyway. So there he is. So that is G1 Triggerhappy, and he looks pretty cool, even though he is incredibly yellow and aged. So let's have a look, see at Blowpipe then. So this is Blowpipe in his gun mode. Of course, Blowpipe can go quite nicely in the fist. So yeah, his arm holds that gun quite well. So you can go in there, and also in aircraft mode, there is a port. There's a little port in aircraft mode, and he's able to kind of just plug into the top as a battle thing. He does also, as well, as I forgot to mention, he does actually have a landing gear that functions at the front of the plane. So yeah, so there is actually a landing gear on Triggerhappy as well. But yeah, so have a look at Blowpipe. So this is him in his gun mode. Blowpipe looks actually perfect. This grey, is actually what the colour of his weapons and the rest of him is supposed to be. That just goes to show you just how yellowed. That just goes to show you how yellowed this guy is compared to his little companion. So let's transform it. First things first, you unattach this front bit. Then you transform him by doing this. Just bring the legs down like that. And then you just reinsert the gun part like that. There is Blowpipe transformed, and he's a cool little guy, very standard. Little green face, blue. Now he's a very vibrant blue. I don't believe he's these colours in the actual G1 cartoon in the 80s. Yeah, because I recently rewatched it, and I believe he's black and grey. So for some reason I've gone with blue. I don't know why, but yeah, very cool. And there it is. So that is the review of G1 Triggerhappy with Blowpipe. Hope you enjoyed. So thank you so much for watching. Yeah, it's just, I'm very happy to get it. Obviously, the money I paid Toyfu for this guy has gone to a good cause, which I'm very happy about. Gone to Mary's Meals, because Toyfu deal with Mary's Meals. That's the cause and everything. But yeah, very happy to add this guy to my very small but is steadily growing G1 collection. But yeah, very happy. So G1 Triggerhappy with Blowpipe. Very happy to pick him up at TFN 2025. Yeah, even though he is slightly broken and he's yellowed, it just adds a little bit of character to the guy, because it just shows you just how old this toy is. I mean, this side this side is worse than this side. I think somebody's probably been a smoker or something, and I think that's probably a bit of smoke, maybe a smoke thing as well, more than direct sunlight. But it happens. It happens. I'm happy with him. It just shows that he is a toy that has been played with, it has been appreciated when it first came out, and it still transforms well. The mechanism for the head still works. It's just unfortunately these things have seen better days and one of them's broken, but there we are. And Blowpipe is, of course, with him. There we are. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with more reviews very, very soon. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support on the channel, and more reviews and more things coming your way very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.